Shalom and welcome to 2 Minutes of Torah. This year is entitled The Man, a tribute to the scholarship of Rav Chaim Benyowitz Zecher Tzaddik Livracha. Chaim just finished his shiva. He finished the shiva for Rav Chaim yesterday, and I'd like to quote a pasuk in Akev with the commentary from the Ibn Ezra and his translation and his comments to see how even a simple pasuk with the commentary of the Ibn Ezra is not so simple, and with a few little notes from Chaim's commentary, opens up the Ibn Ezra for us. The pasuk says, "Ve'yancha v'yarivecha," pasuk in Akev, Perek Chet, pasuk Gimel, chapter 8, verse 3. Sounds like a simple pasuk. Ve'yancha v'yarivecha, God afflicted you in the desert. V'yarivecha, caused you to be hungry. V'yachilcha tamana shelo yadat, He gave you the man which you did not know of. It was a new phenomenon. The lo yadun avotecha, your fathers never knew of it either. The mano diachai kilo lechem vado yechi hadam ki al kumotzafi Adonai yechi hadam, to teach you that God is the one who sustains you. So it sounds like a simple pasuk, but if you look at the first few words, it's more complicated than it at first appears. It says that He afflicted you along the way, caused you to be hungry, and He gave you the man. Well, if He gave you the man, then you aren't hungry. So what does that mean? The man was a special food, and they were not hungry because of the man. So why does it say He afflicted them along the way? So the Ibn Ezra in the Hebrew says the following: Vayancha b'derech, He afflicted you in the way. Vayancha kodim b'haman, He caused you to be hungry before He gave you the man. So that's how the pasuk works out in chronological order. You were hungry, and then He gave you the man. That's one way to understand the pasuk. O b'man ba'atzmo, or maybe from the man itself, you were hungry, it did not fill you up. Ba'avoshe akal alibam, it was just light. It might have been a healthy food, but didn't fill them up. V'zeh lo yitachen, cannot be. That is not the right approach. V'yitachen mitavot acherot. Maybe it was that they weren't satiated from other desires that they had. So the translation of Chaim's translation is the following: suffered thee to hunger before the manna came, or with the manna itself because it was light on their heart. It was light and maybe just didn't fill them up. However, this cannot be the interpretation. Possibly this refers to other desires. That's a literal translation. Chaim has a running translation of it, Ezra. But the question is, why does it say this cannot be the answer? It cannot be that the man did not fill them up. So in the notes on the pasuk, Rav Chaim refers us to they did not feel satiated, to pasuk 21:5 in Bamidbar. Now, what does it say there? V'nafshenu katzab alechem haklokel. It says that we were disgusted by the man. So that seems to be a very good possibility, that when it says that they weren't filled up from the man, they were hungry because nafshenu katzah, it wasn't a filling food. They were disgusted by it. So why does Ibn Ezra reject that pshat when it seems to have a good backing? So Chaim, once again, when it's Ibn Ezra says v'lo yitachen, it cannot be. This is not the right possibility. He refers us again to Shmot 16:12, and what does it say there? Shamati tlunot b'nei Israel, daber alehem lemor bein avayit tuchlu basar uvaboker tisbeu lachem. In the morning you will be filled up from the bread. So the pasuk in Shemot, in Bashalach, when Hashem first introduces the man, tells us that its capability, the capabilities of the man are great. It's not only healthy, it not only sustains us, it fills us up. Tisbeu v'achalta v'savata. So therefore, when the pasuk openly testifies to the fact that the man is filling for us, so then the Ibn Ezra in Parshat Akev, when it says that you were afflicted in the midbar, and he quotes the possibility that you ate the man, but the man wasn't a satiating kind of food, he says that cannot be. But we don't know what the Ibn Ezra means. Why can't it be? So Rav Chaim's commentary, just a few words pointing to Parshat Beshalach, where it says the man was a filling food. Now we understand the Ibn Ezra, that it can't be that in Pasuk, in Akev, when it says that you were afflicted and you had the man, it cannot be that the man was a wholesome food, healthy food, but it wasn't filling, because the Pasuk in Beshalach openly says that it was filling. But the Ibn Ezra, when he writes very short, with just a few words, and we wouldn't know the connection of the psukim. So here's very simple pasuk in Rav Chaim's commentary on the Ibn Ezra. He just gives us a cross-reference to another pasuk in the Torah, and he opens up the Ibn Ezra for us. So basically he says that when it says in the pasuk, God afflicted you and he gave you the man, it cannot be that we were afflicted with the man because we were just feeling hungry. Someone who's on a vegetable or fruit diet might be healthy for them, maybe not, but it may not be filling. No, that's not the case here. Why? The pasuk openly says in Shemot that it was a filling food. So therefore we're left in a quandary. What does Ibn Ezra mean? So therefore Ibn Ezra says that it has to be that it refers to other tavot, that other desires and fantasies in life in general. And that was not satisfied. And then we finish off, of course, with the beautiful message that a person who has wild dreams, so sometimes you can have beautiful wild dreams, like the Jewish people coming home and building up Eretz Yisrael, which Rav Chaim loved so much, and came here to live in this holy land. That's a beautiful dream. And then you can have dreams, just fantasies. I want to have millions, I want to have billions, I want to have this, yeah, I want to have that. And then, of course, we know, oiv kesef lo yisbach kesef. Person has these crazy fantasies in life, he'll never be satisfied. And therefore, the Ibn Ezra says that that was the lack of satisfaction that the Jewish people had in the Midbar, was they had some warped dreams and fantasies. And that, even the man, which was a good food, a wholesome food, and a filling food, that the man were not satisfying. So here we take a simple pasuk in Akev with what seems to be a confusing Ibn Ezra, and Rav Chaim with just a few little notes and cross references opens it up for us. It's a tribute to the scholarship of Rav Chaim Benyowitz Zecher Tzaddik Livracha. Shalom.